Hello. I don't know what's going on here. Let's try and see. Aha. Hello, people. How you doing? I don't know what's going on with my internet. I'm sure. Oh, I was eating bread. I didn't know I still had bread on my face. As I'm sure you can see, I have a bit of a mess because I am decluttering my house. And unfortunately, what happens when you declutter, you get clutter. But anything that I haven't used in about 6 months, all going in the baskets to charity homes, people picking up what they want. So excuse the mess. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you here. Okay, so I don't know what's wrong with my hey. Uh-uh. The
No,
dim of
this,
the most high.
the way I mean, the way people are always clapping when I come online is becoming tiresome. My fans don't know how to. They don't know how to calm down. I dropped something just now. What is it? It's
Oh yeah,
becoming
his fans. Oh
tiresome.
yeah, make noise. His fans make noise the way you made noise when he came on. He's quickly rushing to go and play it again.
Oh, I
your
forgot to
your
put my
your
earphones.
your fans make exactly the same sounds every time.
That's how I know that they are my fans.
Not true. Ah, how are you? How was your day?
Ah, don't be small thing. How did I forget to put my head? I keep forgetting this nonsense every time.
I'm telling you, today was you well, you were with me for most of my morning.
After cursing the taxi
I
driver, or
was
the
so
driver.
angry. Upon all the fight, I still missed the two appointments. Sef. So
I
I
thought the guy
had
is laughing wherever he is. Say, upon everything, you still miss out.
so basically what happened this morning, right? Ron and I, that's a lot of people think that me and you fight, that we are enemies. They don't know that we are actually very, very, very close.
No, but anybody who believes so is actually an enemy.
So for the people who think that me and Ron fight, we actually don't. We fight on set, oh, but in real life, he's my daddim to the core. I'm his baby girl. So I called
I
him this
can't.
morning because I was stewing about something. So, and normally if I'm ruminating things like that and I need someone to just bring my head to a correct space, I usually will call my daddim, which is wrong. So I was like,
Uh oh. Where is Abby? Abby, what happened to Abby? Okay, she'll soon be back now. So while we wait for her, so how has your day been? Okay, she's back. She's back. She's back. Okay. I
daddim,
think
heard that me and you are friends. They quickly deleted me of the thing.
wait, start again. You were off. We didn't hear the last part.
And so I was saying that my head was growing hot. So I now called you because I needed you to help me calm my
Mm.
head down because I was so angry.
Sorry, can you repeat that last part? I didn't hear you properly. Okay.
Get out.
Okay, good.
Get away. Get out of here. Semaphore. So we were talking and I was like irate on the thing. And the guy that came, number one, the taxi came late. I had an appointment for 10:45. I was aiming to get there for about 10:30, 10:25. I called the taxi at 8 at 10:12. They said 5 minutes. Taxi did not arrive until 10:30. So already don't chop my time. So I was like, okay, I'm late. I'm running late for my appointment because I'm supposed to be there for 10:45, but because I got an emergency call this morning from the doctors, I have another appointment booked, so blah blah blah. So I told him everything and everything, and I was on the phone with Ron. We're just talking. Next thing, when you're talking to somebody, you're not really concentrating. I just looked up. I just saw that he had taken me on the longer route that was going to cost me more money. Now, from my house to town is roughly about 758 pounds. This guy, how much did I end up paying? You heard how much he charged
Eight
me?
something.
Eight
Just
eight
eight something.
70.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you purposely went and dragged me, and then we were now stuck in traffic for about 10 minutes. So by the time I even landed, already time don't go. It was now like because I was so angry, I didn't even look at the time. I didn't realize that the time was 10:50. Meanwhile, my other appointment for my blood test was 10:50, and the doctor called me this morning, telling me that I must do that blood test today. So I went to the first appointment saying that I want to come back. They said I can't come back, that they have to cancel the appointment. I ran to the doctor's one. Oh, you were late. So I ended up missing both appointments. And this man had the nerve and effrontery to be telling me that me I complain all the time. I was like, how many times have you carried me? It was like, the first time he carried me, I complained about the route that when he took Sainsbury. I said, I was the one who told you to take Sainsbury. So why would I tell you to take a route and then be complaining about it? Then how many times did he change his mouth? That he will say, it's this one. Then he will not change it and say, it's not that one. How many times did he change it? I just said, you are a bloody liar. You're a big fat liar. That's because he was not lying in a way that even he was confused. I was like, you just said with your own mouth now that is the long route. Now you're saying it's the short one. Which choose ye this day which lie you want to lie. Oh God. So I was very angry and
And
everything.
for me, it was the effort, the way he was talking to you as if he was talking
I
to
was
his wife. Uh, I was like, what's going on again? Why do you keep getting kicked off?
I don't know, it's the village people now.
Oh, okay. So,
The way
well,
he
thank
was
God that
talking to me as
everything.
if he had gone to go and pay my bride price to my people.
Uh, that's the one that was shocking me. I wanted to ask you, have you people dated before?
I don't know him from Adam. Oh, he's a very old man.
Uh, I don't know what's wrong with Abby's connection. But if she comes back, we're going to go straight into the topic, which is in title. Is it what's the title again? Hold on, let me look for it. I saw it just now. In title, high expectations and rejection. Yeah, it's high expectations and.
People. It's village people. Anyways, because the way he was talking to me as if I was his wife, he had asked me to make him akamu this morning and I refused. So he was not taking revenge on me. I was like, excuse me, sir, do I know him from anywhere? I don't suffer. Uh, anyway, that's how my morning went, and it just catabalance the rest of my day. Anyways,
uh,
we move. So what
uh,
did you do with the rest of your day after we chatted?
um. Okay, apart from all the errands I ran as usual, I was reveling in all the karaoke comments. Like I was like, of all the ones I've been posting, this today's one, all of you want to be hailing me and commenting. I
Okay,
said, "Well,
I
I
liked
get to there."
I liked the karaoke. It was nice. It was a nice one.
And that was the first attempt, so and that's what people don't know.
But that's how it's usually first attempt that always looks very nice. While I was clearing out, I
Usually,
found
what
some.
I do is that if I play the first time, I don't like it, I'll delete, I'll redo it again and all that. But this time around, I just did a one sub run. And my friend said, no, 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 leave it. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, God.
No, you know what happened? When I was cleaning out the house, I found a stack load of lipsticks and makeup,
The
and
time
all
you
in my
sent it
favorite
to me.
colors.
They
See,
can't
look at
they
my
send
lip.
them to you?
No, they're the ones I had in the house. This was one old Mary Kay that I had. Oh, this was when I used to work, when I was working. So I used to
Oh,
afford a
okay.
lot of makeup. So there are
Did
some that I
they,
had to throw away, but there are some that's
tell
still
me, did
there.
they
So
expire? Do lipsticks expire?
no, this one looks. There's nothing wrong with it. I just wiped it. Like I wiped all the part that I used. So I wiped it clean, and it's not smelling nothing. Look at my lips. What do you think?
Mommy Gio said that these things are done under the ocean, Queen of the Coast, and
Not be under the ocean. Now under the sea. Mommy Gio,
You're not
Mommy
even
Gio
afraid of
should leave
Mommy
us.
Gio.
Mommy Gio should leave
You're
us
not
with
afraid.
her.
You didn't see the last video she did where she cussed out people watching Big Brother.
Oh, I don't cuckoo watch it, so I'm not in that WhatsApp group.
No, no. She was really. In fact, after watching it, I was tempted to go find her contact to beg on behalf of the people. She really lost it. Like she even
Ah,
called them the BASTRD word. She called them everything. She was there. Say you're worshiping the eye of horrors. Everything. I was like, oh God.
Auntie
She
should go
was
and calm
really,
down. She
really
should be calming
offended.
down. Oh. I used to watch the one that was England, but I was just like, what's all this one? Where people would just be like, is I want, and then like the last one I watched, they're literally having sex in the pool. And you know me, I'm not against having sex. I love this thing. But I was just like, the cameras, unless you're voyeuristic, I don't see why I should be having sex where cameras can catch me having sex. And is the country that serious that you can't stay 30 days? I beg you.
I've
Oh,
only watched.
Sharon, thank you. She likes my lipstick. She likes my lipstick.
I think I've
Thank
only
you.
followed two. I've only followed two seasons. The first one and the second one. Because I remember it happened during the Twin Tower bomb blast. That first one. Then that was
And
the
they have Big
introduction.
Brother everything. So the one me I watched was yeah, I can't even speak English. Big Brother UK. That's the one me I watch. I've never seen the Nigerian one. I've been hearing people shouting
Hey,
and fighting.
It's
hey.
alright.
Hey,
Hi,
Monkey!
Abby. How are you?
I'm fine. Do you like my lipstick?
I love. You
Thank
got
you.
beautiful cheekbones as
I think
well.
Kabuki has
Thank
got
you.
some
Thank
of
you.
the
Thank
most
you. Thank
violent
you. Thank you.
lipsticks. I think she's got
Huh?
some of the most violent
I'm not
lipsticks
at
I've
war
ever seen in
tonight.
my life.
No red lipstick. I'm not at war.
No, this one is a bit of a reddish purple one.
It's
It's one of
pretty.
my
I like
favorite.
it.
Yeah, I used to wear it to work a lot. Hey, Abby, this is another person. After I just said we run, this is
Are
someone
you
that
eating
I was
again? Oh God, Abby, not again. Are you eating?
No, I was drinking water.
how
Ah,
she's
Oh,
eating. Leave
Abby,
her
please,
and
let
alone.
me just
minding our
put this
business.
people.
Well, I'm drinking water to drop
Mr.
off.
H.
Um,
Hello, how are you?
but actually, I'm still gonna eat.
Okay, I'll give you guys 5/10. You guys tried unpunctuality today. Fine.
Oh, now
This
wow.
is a this an this is a
Stop
great
harassing my
improvement.
people. I don't like it.
This is a great improvement from what
Me and Abby gisted for about 2 hours today. First of all, she somehow she didn't
serious.
have my number. Yes, she somehow didn't have my number. So I was like, "Do you know who is on the phone?" She was like, "I said, today you're going to suffer. I'm going to do quiz for you." And I kept talking. She was at the point in time she almost wanted to put off the phone. Now is this mad person on the phone? I beg you, but I was not like, "You want to tell me that you don't know me and you that like Bado mention?" I said, "Abby."
So no
She
wonder,
didn't know.
no wonder I've not been receiving my special call from Happy. So you're the interferer now.
Ah, Emma Bino, please, Abby,
Ah,
please be calling your
eh,
special
Don't
person.
forget that. Don't forget that me and Abby we live in Manchester, United Kingdom. Yeah.
Yes,
hmm.
we're even meeting up on Saturday. We're having a good time on Saturday together.
Oh,
I
Abby,
need
can
to
you
tell
please come
you.
on? Please,
Okay.
Eh?
Wait, what is Sherry saying? What is Sherry saying?
I can't
I
hear.
don't put any-
hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Oh
Better.
yes,
So
yes,
I'm
yes.
saying that we are still going for day. So I'm be coming down.
I'm excited, Nijare. When you continue your secret phone calls to run, Mr. H will always call me. That's one person I know that loves me from the top of my head right down to the sole of my feet. I
Oh,
mean, Mr. H,
oh,
Yes,
we've
oh.
been, we've been having our own
Let's
romance
go.
quietly.
No,
oh, can we shoot? Can we shoot, guys?
okay, so now that you're here, I think the court can sit now. So we're going to start with
So
this video
because
as
I said
usual.
that I have love affair with Mr. H, that's why the thing is preparing you. That's why you
I
said we
still have
should change the
yes,
subject.
wait, I have plenty of people. I have Happy, whether you like it or not. I have
You know, I
Buki.
don't like to beat my.
Wait. I have Happy, I have
Wait,
Buki,
okay.
I have Bumi. Contrary to viewers' belief, Bumi is my chick anytime, any day. Anytime, any day. So all
Mr.
those
H,
are the other way. Then who
it's because
again?
of you I wore lipstick, oh. Mr.
I
H,
have
it's because of
Elita and I have Lemon. You see, I have everybody.
you
So
see,
okay, so let's
Mr. H is enough for me. I don't need any
Mm-mm.
other person. He's
okay, so
enough.
let's
Yeah.
okay, let's let the ball rolling. Let me
Don't
see if
be
I can
casting
get
me out here.
See how he's smiling. Oh yeah, let's get it on. Let's get on with the show.
okay.
So we
Look,
had
y'all see
a
them?
very interesting video. Ron, can you please play the video, please? Thank you very
Okay,
much.
okay.
Recording this shit. They
And
need
we
to know.
almost
You really gonna
gave
record me?
I
ourselves.
didn't even know. I done flew her all the way out. Hell no, you done flew all the way out. She
Listen
done flew all
attentively,
the way out
everyone.
here.
You really
In
gonna
LA.
record me?
No, I'm recording this shit. They need to know.
You really gonna record me?
No, they need to know. I done flew her all the way out to LA. She
Nigga,
won't
you
give me no
lame.
cheeks.
Nigga,
We
you
done been
lame.
we been
You lame.
FaceTiming. Come on, we been FaceTiming every day.
I don't give a
every
fuck.
day. No, we been FaceTiming every day.
And you
All
really
that
taking me
giving
all the
up,
way back
I've
to the
been
fucking
getting on you on the
airport.
phone.
You really taking
I've
me
been
back to the
getting on you on the
airport.
phone. Yes, you going to the fucking airport. Yes, you going
And
to
you
the
taking me
airport.
back to the airport
You didn't
because
wanna give me no cheeks.
because of what? Tell
You
them
didn't want to
why.
give me no cheeks.
Nigga,
I
I'm
flew
not
you
fucking
out.
obligated to give you no my what?
I flew you out.
Nigga, what are
I
you
flew
talking
to
about?
LA.
Nigga,
No,
you're lame as
no,
fuck.
no, I
No,
flew
you're
you to
lame
LA.
as fuck.
No,
You're fucking
I
lame.
flew
You're
her to
lame.
LA.
Just
She
take
wanna
me to
come
the
out
fucking
here.
airport. Just get me there. Just
Walk
get me
around
there.
my crib, titties out and stuff like that, taking showers in my shower
Nigga,
and
it's
stuff
my
like that.
body. What you
Okay,
talking about?
I don't care. You came in my
I don't have
house.
to give you my
Taking showers
coochie.
in my
Are you
house.
okay?
No,
I don't have to give you my
laying in my
coochie.
bed. Laying in my bed? No, you about to get dropped off
Nigga.
at the airport.
Oh, I don't
No.
even know why the fuck I
She
came
ain't wanna
here.
get, look, she didn't want
I
to
don't
give me
even.
no cheeks.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Stop recording me.
She didn't want to give me
Stop
no
recording
cheeks.
me, nigga.
Don't fly her out.
Give me the phone.
Watch out! Don't touch my phone.
Stop
Don't touch my
recording
phone.
me.
No, don't fly her out. Look, don't fly her out.
Bruh, you.
She ain't trying to come off no cheeks. I've been FaceTiming her.
This is my cheeks, nigga. This is my ass and my
2 months.
coochie. What are you
I've
talking
been FaceTiming her
about?
for 2 months.
I don't have to give
every
you
day.
no. Nigga, just
We been on
get me
FaceTime
there.
every
I don't
day,
care.
2
I don't
months.
care, nigga. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't
I'm
care about none
pulling
of
my
that
meat
shit.
out on FaceTime. She been flirting and stuff. You want a free trip? You want a free trip?
You wanted to whip your wiener out, nigga. I ain't asked you to put it in the fucking
Nah,
camera.
okay, I'm about to whip over here and drop your ass up too.
Whatever, nigga. Just get me there. Just get. I don't even know why the fuck I came here. I don't even know why I
I don't
came
know why you
here.
came either.
You're a lame ass
You shouldn't
nigga.
have came.
You're a lame ass
You knew you
nigga.
wasn't coming with no
You a
cheeks.
lame ass
You shouldn't even
nigga.
came. You shouldn't even came. You knew you wasn't
Like-
gonna do that shit. You shouldn't even came. You should have said
You
something.
can't get no coochie.
What?
You flew me
I
out here to
did.
get coochie.
Yes, I did.
Nigga, come on.
Yes, I flew you
Just
out
get
for
me
the
there.
cooch.
It's
Yes.
cool. It's cool. You're lame.
I flew you out for the
You're
cooch.
lame, and I will never talk to you again.
All right, well, you ain't gotta talk to me again. I'm just letting you
Nigga,
know.
just get me there.
All right, whatever.
The fuck?
Hey, y'all about to
Weird.
drop her ass off.
Yeah,
dog.
drop me off, nigga.
Y'all ever see her out? Don't fly her out.
Drop me off, nigga. Don't worry about it.
Man,
Don't worry about it.
You dumb. Don't trip. You dumb. You getting dropped off.
I don't care, nigga.
Watch out.
The fuck?
That shit kind of. I'm just saying that shit.
No,
kinda
you're
lame.
lame.
No, I'm saying
You're
what you
really
did was
lame.
lame. No, I'm saying what you did was lame.
What was lame?
What you did
Because
was
I don't
lame.
want to give. Because I don't want to give up my coochie to
We on the
you.
phone, FaceTime
Nigga,
every
you're
day, flirting and
weird.
everything. We were
Nigga,
flirting
you're
and everything.
weird.
Like, I flew you out.
I don't
paid for
give
your
a fuck,
ticket.
nigga. I could have paid for my own
gotta pay
shit,
for
and
your
I
food.
still would not have gave you no
Okay.
coochie.
I gotta pay
So
for
what are
your
you
food.
talking
Whatever,
about?
whatever.
Nigga,
Y'all see
you're
how this go?
no, nigga, you
Y'all see how
lame
these
as
girls
fuck.
is?
No, you lame as
I
fuck.
fly her out, pay for her food. She want to take a shower, walk around in my room with a towel on. But I can't
Yup.
get the cheeks though. I can't get the cheeks though.
You
Man, I'ma
thirsty,
drop your
nigga.
ass
You a
off.
thirsty nigga.
Right here, Spirit Airlines.
Get me the
right?
fuck
Pay
outta
for your
here.
little ticket at Spirit Airlines.
What you mean?
Your ass Spirit.
What you mean pay for my little ticket at?
I paid for your ticket to get here. Who else paid for the ticket? I paid for it.
Nigga, whatever. Just get me out this fucking car. Cause you're lame as fuck.
Whatever. I'm about to get out of my shit.
Before you fucking crash and burn us. Get me the fuck out of here. You lame ass nigga, cause you ain't getting no fucking coochie.
Get out.
Nigga,
Get out my
whatever,
car.
whatever. Just
Get out
give
my
me,
car.
Just make sure you give me my fucking confirmation number.
What?
Where-
Ain't no confirmation number.
What you need?
Ain't no confirmation of my cancel the flight. I cancel your flight. Buy your own ticket. You been trying to come with cheeks? Nah.
Yeah.
Get your bag. I ain't even getting your bag. Here, your bag
Nigga, I
right
came
there.
here with
Get your
nothing.
bag.
Are you serious?
Cool. Go.
Right now.
I'm dead serious. You ain't want to give me no cheeks? You got a deal.
Nigga, you're lame as
I'm
fuck.
paying for your ticket.
Because you can't get no
No,
coochie.
I'm saying you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm not paying for your ticket. I'm not paying for none of that shit.
I don't care about none of that shit. You're lame as fuck.
Hey.
You can't get no pussy.
Alright, buy your own ticket. Buy your own ticket. Buy your own ticket. She gotta buy her own ticket now. Fly yourself out. I done flew her ass out, now she don't wanna give me no cheeks. You feel me? I done flew her out. Paid the money.
Okay, so I think we saw too much here.
I
I
put
don't
on
know.
extra lipstick because this thing needed extra lipstick to be able to deal with it.
Okay, so Abby, you're the boss. Start from
Ah,
you.
me, in fact, because if me I say I should start, if I don't even, let me not
Okay,
start.
let's start.
So let me come
Okay,
back. Let me come at the end, please.
okay.
In
Okay,
order
let's
of
start from the starting.
appearance, Bookie, please, what are your thoughts about this?
Nah,
Bookie will
you
come
don't
with
want to
too
hear
much
mine.
violence. Bookie will come
Eh?
with too much violence. Okay,
You
let's
don't
leave
want to hear
Bookie.
me.
Oh yeah, Abby,
Abby start because this thing is too
Abby, you
deep.
start. You're muted.
I would have preferred Buki to talk first because today I want to know where exactly she's standing.
Nope.
Okay,
So that today we must know.
we must go. This is an interesting thing. I don't even
I
know where
think
to start, but I'm just laughing.
I think it's
I'm
appropriate for a
laughing.
man to start first, actually. Mr. H.
No, no man should start. It is us women because this thing that we see, you see, this is why I say I'm an equal opportunity offender. I don't care. To me, whoever is wrong. And the two both of them only one backward. Their head is not correct together. Oh yeah, Abby, continue.
No, please, Abby, please educate me. How is both of them wrong?
They are both, not that they are both wrong, but there's something obviously not right with both of them. Now, hey, where do I start? Now, let me put it like this. As I am as a single woman,
Okay.
and okay, let's even leave the fact whether I'm single or whatever. I'm restructuring my house and I'm chatting with a guy on WhatsApp or Instagram or whatever. And he's a builder, right? And I say, dude, I really need my shelves to be done. I need like, and he's like, oh, look at the kind of things that I do. He's always advertising shelves that he makes and everything. He's advertising it and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I will pay for you to come and do my shelves. I will fly you out, come and do my shelves. Yeah. Then I pay for the guy to come and do shelves. I have tools in my house. He's carrying my tools, walking around with them, swinging hammer, everything. But shelf, he no build. He dey chop my food, sleep inside my house. Shelf, he no build. Alaye, the way I go bounce you come up from my house. So when we women
No.
sometimes that's the thing, subliminal things. Or you've advertised the Manchester,
I hope you guys heard the conversation, because we are not talking off surface.
yes,
It was
yes.
a deep conversation. The man left all the details in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I hope
that's
you
what I'm
picked
talking
all
about.
the
That's what I'm
details.
talking
Okay.
about. So you've advertised everything, you've had an in-depth conversation. This guy has told you his expectations as to why you're coming to his house. He has whipped out his dick, as she
Did
said.
he?
No, he,
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
they did.
Made
They
it
did.
he put
perfectly clear.
everything that she was even abusing him, that said she's not the one that told him to put his. So someone who has shown you his porn and everything. Do you think he's asking you to bring?
Exchanging notes.
Do you think he's asking you to bring tape measure to come and measure it for him? He wants to use it me now, and you too. He paid for your ticket, brought you over. You are walking around semi-nude, sleeping on his bed, being all sexy, and then you're
Using
like,
the shower,
it's
using the
my
shower.
coochie. I can decide, and I agree. It's your coochie. You can decide to give it, because this is why me, I'm always like, when people are chatting on the internet and you have not met the person, it is madness to me to start saying, oh, he's the love of my life. Oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with him. Someone that you have not smelt what they smell like. You have not been in their presence. You don't know whether they sauce every time they talk. You don't know anything about them, like physically. You just see them on the internet, and you've already built a fantasy life. Oh, I love, you're already exchanging I love yous and everything. When una come meet in real life, you not discover that you don't like the way he smells, or you don't like his hygiene, or you don't like the way he does things, and you've already started saying I love you and all that stuff. It's just madness. Anyways, my own thing is, madam, you have the right to change your mind, though, but he also has the right to drop you back at the airport. In fact, he is very nice. Somebody else will toss you out of his house, toss your bag out of the window, close the door, and that's that. Because he spent his money, he's brought you over, and you suddenly decided that you don't want to give Kuchi. Same thing, he can decide that he doesn't want to give you accommodation again, and he's not paying your tickets to go back to wherever you're coming from. So it's choices go both ways. Nobody has monopoly on consent, or monopoly on this is my own and I've changed my mind. Nobody has monopoly on it, you know. But that God that carried the guy and he's not like, I'm dropping you because he didn't give me chicks. Me, I would have just collected the L and just tossed out of my house. I won't be recording it. Nah, it's just a bit. As I said, both of them are not okay. Oh yeah, who wants to take over?
I'm,
Okay.
I'm very, very, how will I put it? I'm very reluctant to say things, and I'm happy that you said it's okay for us to change our mind. As long as I will also believe that what she has done is probably not right. But I also believe, just like you said, that the man went overboard with it. But he's the one that knows how the shoe is pinching him. So I can't say that he went overboard. You understand? I can't say that he went overboard. This is me being very factual. But in the real sense of it, why is he now doing it like they beat him? They didn't beat him. Somebody just changed his mind, changed her mind. It's not that deep. But I guess it's that deep for the men. Apologies if you're watching. I don't mean to do that, but I'm not saying that. I guess it's that deep for the men. However, really, if they've not met each other before, like let's come to the moral side of things. If they've not met each other before, what's all these things that they are building and building? This one expecting. So if you could want what's this person called? What are this? I'm trying to look for it. If he needs a prostitute, he should go somewhere, do whatever he needs to do, use his money. So why? Because I don't get it. Like you want a special cheap prostitute, or like if you're so pressed and that thing, instead of spending that money and you're going to cry about the money, why didn't you just do it a different way? That's just me being the devil's advocate here. But I'm not gonna, like you said, I'm not gonna blame um either of them, because she kind of changed her mind, and people do change their mind. We don't know why she changed her mind. But the annoying part is when she's now flaunting the body, and the guy says, you're showing your body, and all of that. I'm like, the lady must be very sexy and all of that. And the man was very, you understand what I mean? So for once, I would say that the lady she pushed it too far. She pushed it too far. So, and that's me very factual. She pushed it too far. But if I put it on the other side, I'm just going to be like, if you are going to spend that money to get someone and you're going to be very pressed and you're thinking whatever, why not go for a professional whatever and just do the do and forget about this moaning and recording that you're going to do? Because I'm thinking, if you guys are kind of like boyfriend, girlfriend, you've not seen each other, what's this big expectation of I'm going to knock, you're not going to knock, and all of that you guys are building? I don't know. I stand to be corrected.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Abby. The whole thing is just funny to me. So let's hear what Mr. H has to say. Mr. H, you've got the floor. Mr. H, can you hear
Okay, yeah.
us?
Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So good evening, everybody, wherever where you are from, and this is a very interesting topic, or and it's a sensitive one as well. And in my own opinion, yeah, I always have an opinion about these things. If I were,
Wait, sorry,
sometimes
wait. Wait. Can you tell us without giving us your opinion? 'Cause anytime you say your opinion, something will happen. Things will go down south.
wait, like
Okay,
what I
okay.
look,
That's why I didn't want you to.
I
Okay, all right.
yeah, like what I would say, you meet somebody probably on social media or in Instagram, and you guys start chatting, and okay, she's okay. Can you fly me over to maybe the next town so that we can have good time together, and we can see maybe take a relationship from there. It happens all the time. But what I would say is that as a man, sometimes you need to respect women. When they say no, they mean no, irrespective of how much you have spent on them. Because sometimes it's
Yeah,
somebody
respected her now.
wait now. Some ladies are not ladies shouldn't be seen as an object of sex, because
Mm.
sometimes in our mind, like men, anytime you are buying probably something for a lady, you
I
having
want that
something.
bill.
I beg
I
you,
want
Mr.
that
H,
bill.
you're
Yeah.
annoying
I
me
want
when you
that
don't
bill.
buy me food.
I want that bill.
I'm
Yes,
so
wait,
sorry to cut you, but
wait.
that's
Let me finish.
irritating me.
Let me finish. Let me finish. But what it's a give. Sometimes it's a give and take things. I'm sure the guy obviously expected that when the lady comes over, they will do this, they will do that, they do that. But I like the way the guy handled it. It's my money. I determine how the way to use it. The lady said, "It's my body. I determine who to eat it and who not to eat it." Yeah, both of them are fair in that regard. But if I were in that situation, sometimes you need to be a gentleman. If you want to seek a very serious relationship with the lady, you have asked somebody to come. It's your responsibility. Whether she gives you, she doesn't give you, it's your responsibility. Can you hear me, guys? We just went up now.
Yeah,
Mm.
Hello.
yeah.
So it's your responsibility. Either the lady wants to give, or the lady doesn't want to give. But in my own candid opinion, the honest lies on the both of them. Either this want to give or this don't want to give. But I don't think it should be a first thing. I don't think you should, like, to me, I don't think you should expect it. I don't think. Okay, let's give an example. Let me give you a vivid example. What if the lady in question was in a period?
Then she
What
would
are you
say
going
that.
to say to that?
Then she would say that, and she wouldn't make arrangements to
Yes,
come.
I'm just giving
So,
an example.
so
Okay,
I'm just
okay. You know
giving an
what I'll
example.
do, Hamza? You know
Wait,
what I'll
let me
do,
let me
Mr. H.
let me
You know
finish.
what I'll do
Let me
for you?
finish. Ron,
I'll
Ron,
privately send you the video so you can go and watch it again. Then you
I've
come back
watched it
with.
over
Yeah,
and over again.
let's say
I'm just giving you a scenario. Yes,
Okay.
I'm just giving a scenario. What if the lady says, okay, well, okay, you fly me over, then we have good time, then it's time to have a good time, and say, oh, I'm in my period. Would the guy say, no, I won't buy you a ticket back?
There are women who have
I'm just asking everybody.
to.
Yes,
Why?
I'm asking you that question. That is the experience. Which if say, okay, no, I'm in period, what would you do? Would you force her, or would you not still
Can I
buy the
answer the
ticket for her to
question?
go back?
Can I
Yes,
answer the question? The person we saw
answer.
in the video is not a 12-year-old girl. That's a fully matured woman who understands her body system. Hold on. She knows at that age
Mm.
she knows when the period is coming. And she knows how to decline such an
Yes.
invite after exchanging nude pictures and exchanging body private parts. Then you still went into the
yeah,
shower to go and bath and everything.
yeah.
These are the things you are ignoring.
Exactly. You're
We're
not
not,
taking into
we're not
account
reading Bible passages.
the
Yeah, but
situation
We're
that
not,
led
we're
to
not
the
texting
lady.
Bible
let me finish.
passages.
Let me finish. The
Only
mathematics is simple. The mathematics is simple. Let me tell you, the mathematics is simple. If the guy wanted sex, then go out there and go and buy it.
but that is
But
his
he did buy it.
Sometimes no, this
That's
thing
what
is
he
He
simple.
did
did
buy
now.
it.
Look,
That's what
He
he
look,
did
did.
let me tell
buy
you,
it.
no, this is reality. Let me tell you, this is no. Let me tell you, this is reality. Then this is reality. I used to tell people this is reality. Let me tell you, this thing
Thank
happens
you,
here
Mr.
too.
H.
You go to a club. It happens here. I'm telling you, Ron knows what I'm talking. You go to a club. You buy drinks for a lady. You come back home. You want to touch her, and she says no. It happens here all the time. Then they call the police
That's
in.
different.
When they call the police
This
Sorry,
in,
is
that's
and
different. That's
different.
they'll
different,
call and
Mr.
the police
H.
will
That's
come.
different.
Mr. H,
That's
Mr.
different.
H, Mr.
That's
H, you see what
different.
I always like you to, you see why I always get worried when you say in my opinion, because I know that things will go left. Now, here's the point.
Let Bumi
This is not club. The girl said that they've been exchanging nudes. They've been exchanging conversation of innuendo
Yes,
nature conversation, which
answer
means
yes,
that
a
yes,
dick and a woman's pussy. It has gone
yes.
window.
it
You
has
can, you
gone
can,
beyond. I'm coming. Hold on, Mr. H,
you can
Mr. H.
exchange anything. You can exchange
Mr.
anything.
H,
You
wait.
can
Oh,
exchange,
Mr.
but
H,
you make it
Mr.
Mr.
H,
H,
physically.
you're a gent.
Mr. H.
Hold
You
on.
make
Can
it
I speak?
physically. I don't
Can
think
I
the
respond
aura.
to that?
You can pull
Can I
out.
respond? First of all, we need to take into account the climate of the standard of relationships that is in America, where people are very free sexually, and it's very common to, prostitution is a standard. It's a low-key standard in America. And there is a term out there called finessing, where women play games with men and try to use them in situations and circumstances like this, using sex as the hook to try and get them. Now, she knew very well what was supposed to happen when she got there. It wasn't a love connection. And prior to them meeting and him going through the trouble of paying for her flight, we don't even know where she's coming from and how much he's had to pay for that ticket. There was definitely an expectation and agreement between both of them. So whatever her reason for declining, that's fine, but he's perfectly within his right to
There was
decline as well. This is not a young girl. She knew what was supposed to happen, and you can't play those games. Don't play those games. And as you rightly said, Abby, he even treated her nicely. There's a lot of men that it would have gone sideways for her. She could have even have lost her life. Now, this is the issue that I have, and I take issue with the standards that some women set. And you're talking about respecting a lady. She did not respect herself by engaging in that kind of interaction with him in the first place. That's not somebody that respected themselves. Yeah. So he would have.
I'm sorry, I have to polite.
Let me finish. No, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish, Abby. Let me finish, Abby. Let me finish, Abby, please. Let me finish. Yes, because at the end of the day, we need to call a spade a spade. If you handle yourself a certain way, you will be treated in a certain way. And the majority of men nowadays objectify women. Why? Because that's the way women have presented themselves to men. You understand? She made herself available in that way. She wasn't demanding a relationship from him or anything like that. She was happy to come. She knew what was going to happen. So how you present yourself is how you will be treated. I say that in exception to what Mr. H was saying about he needs to respect her. He doesn't owe her no respect because she hasn't presented herself as a woman that should be respected in that way. This is a case of goods and services. He's paid for services. She didn't provide the goods, so he's entitled to a refund.
Okay, two things I want to point out, Buki. Because a person loves sex, because a woman loves sex, she enjoys it, she's sexually free, does not mean she's a prostitute. The two
Well, if she's accepting payments to, if she's allowing a man to do things for her, all right, we call them sugar babies. There's all sorts of names for it, but it's low key prostitution. It's low key prostitution.
does things for her, does that make her a prostitute?
Sorry, say that again.
Man is married to a
Abby,
man.
start again.
No, you can't compare a married couple
Abby,
to
start again.
somebody
Start
that
again.
you cannot compare
Start
a
again.
married couple to
Abby,
somebody
we
that
can't hear you.
wants to
Abby,
express herself sexually. You can't compare the two.
Abby, we can't hear you.
Me?
Talk again.
She could hear me. She heard what I said.
I heard
You're
her.
going off and on, off and on. Okay, Abby, let me put something in perspective so that we can agree on this. Here's the thing: sexual liberation or sexual freedom is different from actually entrapping somebody with incentive.
How to book
Do you
We,
it.
understand? What
you keep
we
going
can't
and
hear
coming,
you.
Abby. We
We
can't
are
hear
going
you.
on and off.
Wait, just wait.
So this is what I want to set straight. If she's somebody who loves sex, right, and she meets a man on a level playing ground, and there's really no incentive for having that sex she loves too much, we understand. Yeah, there are people who love sex. We get it. But here's the problem. She advertised herself, right, with an expectation for an incentive, sort of. Now, this guy paid for a return ticket, oh, going and coming. He paid the return ticket. She's going to chop free food in the house. He's housing her and everything. They are not dating. They are not married. They are not betrothed. Nothing. It's pure goods and service. Like, come, you've displayed your work, come, let's benefit from your product. Then I pay you, you go. There's no relationship. It's a no strings attached situation. And this is what we are trying to establish. Now, in that case, that is very close to prostitution because there's an expectation. But if it's a lady who just loves sex and she meets a guy, she's crazy over the guy, she's in the guy's house 24/7. She's not expecting money, she doesn't want anything. She just loves the guy and enjoys his company. That is not prostitution. That is just a lady who loves sex. Are we
Can you
correct,
can
Abby?
you hear me properly now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we can.
did you have
So
an
that is
explanation?
what I was trying to differentiate, that because a person loves sex does not automatically mean that they
No,
prostitute.
but my explanation
Yeah,
does
yeah.
everybody agree with my explanation? Okay, so now that we've made priests
I
in Israel,
Huh?
okay, okay,
agree.
okay,
I
let's
don't
listen to Abby.
agree.
Touch your
So are
glasses
you
first. Touch
saying
your glasses. Mm.
I can a lady not be in both situations? So this lady, it's not possible for her to be in love with this guy and also want sex. And he's just thinking that, okay, maybe this is what this guy wants. Maybe I want something more, and let's just take it slow and steady and not push it
We are
forward.
saying
Yes,
the
it
same
might be.
thing, Abby.
Slow and
We are
steady
No,
saying
is
I'm
the
not
same
our
thing.
forte,
saying, is it
please, so
not
quickly.
possible?
It
Slow
I
and
is.
said, is it not?
steady. It is
I
Yes,
said,
possible,
is
Abby.
it not
but it
possible?
doesn't
That's my
fit
question.
it's possible, but it doesn't fit the scenario that we were presented
This
with.
scenario is not that
No,
scenario.
Bookie,
Because,
slow and steady can still go
because
to his house. It's just a case of
that's what
what is the
I'm saying.
conversation?
No,
What
no,
is the
no, I'm coming.
conversation you've
Uh,
had?
Okay, okay, wait.
I don't. Well,
Sorry.
because perhaps it's
Everybody,
your
let's go back to
idea of
basics.
slow and steady that is different to
Sorry.
mine.
Let's go back to the basics of what we just watched. What
Okay.
we saw. We're not. Please, let's not extrapolate anything. Let's go by what we saw and heard with our ears. Right? The guy said that they were exchanging videos, private parts, pictures, sexy talk, crazy talk over phone before she came. This is what inspired the guy to go and bring his hard-earned cash to import the girl into his city. Right? Follow me with this.
That's
Oh, follow me.
exhausting.
No, no, that's what they said. That's what he said it
No,
there.
because
That's
You
what
know,
he said.
hold on, you are wrong. So you're saying because they've been doing that, that automatically means that all she wants from this guy is sex because they've been exchanging all of those things.
again, you're not listening to me. You're still not listening to me. We are not going.
I want to
Hold
I'm
on, hold on.
listening, Ron.
Tommy, let me explain it clearly, very well. You see that you know that my moral standard is very high, but I'm willing to play balls to get to the logic of this issue, right? I'm going to play ball with everybody.
And mine
Now,
is low. Shut on.
I'm just trying to so that she will not say that I'm uptight, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying
say
to.
yeah,
I'm coming.
continue.
I'm not uptight. Okay. So here's the thing: they were already having this sexual encounter of non-physical sexual encounter via the phone, text messages, photos, and videos. Right now, ordinarily, I don't know how he met the girl, but I can tell you for free that she's either one of these what do they call them? OnlyFans or Instagram babes that sell these things. Do you get where I'm coming from? Now she agreed to come. It's a different thing if she lands now and she sees that this guy is uglier than I thought over the phone. He's not sexy as I thought. He's terrible. You understand? This was not what I expected. She can change her mind, and she has a very short time to do it and not raise the man's hope. No, she did not do it. What did she do? She started wearing his clothes, going into the shower, using his towel to bath, and started walking around the house naked. You see where this is going? We are not talking about a 12-year-old child. We are talking of that adult we saw in the video. Now, here's what irritated me the most. You've already provoked the man, and the man has already told you what is making him angry, right? Simple thing. Oga, no vex. I didn't know that this is what I can't give it to you. I'm sorry, I can't give you. My body, my feeling, I don't feel like giving it to you again, which is within her right. But guess what? She went on a tirade and continued insulting the guy, only for us to find out that she don't even get money, nothing from the girl, nobody to buy tickets to go back. And you are still expecting the same guy that you are running down to buy tickets. Come on, let's be real now.
Yeah.
Let's be real now.
I know you're trying to make a sense of this, right? But based on that video, that 1 or 2 minute
We
video
all
that you
saw
have
it.
shown, he has
We
proven
all saw it now.
we
Eh,
saw
because
no,
you're explaining
I'm
it again
saying
to us. I was wondering why you were explaining it again. Because we all
No,
saw it.
no.
how do you
I'm
even
saying
did you hear what
hey,
you just said? He
based
said
on
that what I said.
Okay, let Abby talk. Let Abby talk.
Okay,
Abby,
okay.
continue,
Okay, let me
please.
talk.
based on the 2 minute video that you've explained and that we've seen together, I'm saying that if the guy, I repeat that statement, that if this guy is so keen and he can't wait, he should have gone directly to a prostitute. That's what I've said. And
No,
I'm not taking
that's
that
not
back.
reasonable.
Now,
That's not
secondly,
reasonable.
Okay,
secondly,
let's
secondly,
Abby finish, please.
secondly, when you're coming, when somebody gets your place, yeah, there could be excesses. If she knows that she's not giving in the guy, she's not supposed to open her body or whatever. But what was their relationship beforehand? So you're telling me
I
now
told you
because
the
me and a guy,
relationship.
There
Run,
wasn't one.
let
It was
hold
her
on,
a
what
fake
finish
one. I don't know
now.
why you're
because
complicating this
guy,
matter.
Let's just wait. Let her
things now,
finish.
you're exchanging automatically means that when I go there and I say, you know what, I don't want to do something. We were close, we've been talking, I don't want to do something. Have they done this before? Is this the first time they are meeting?
Yes.
Before? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Yes. First
From
time.
Have they
what
done it
from what
before?
from what
No.
we heard on the video, that's the first time that they are meeting.
First time.
Exactly. So if this girl now said that she doesn't want to do, what you can fault her for is that she's opening her body, she's trying to do. But still, it's not enough reason for the guy to be being insane and to be recording her. That's what is if you're so keen that this girl, when she's coming, this is what I'm going to do.
Abby, the thing is
Let me
that
keep quiet.
the moment, and I wrote it in our chat thing, the moment she knew that I don't want to sleep with this guy, she should have packed her things and gone out of his house.
Can I ask a
What if
question?
what if she got there and something, she just felt that this guy, maybe the guy has an odor, maybe the guy has something that is making her to like, okay, oh my God.
Yes, you see what I'm
That's
saying?
the main reason.
No, she didn't move out of his house. She was taking showers, walking around naked, using his towel, laying on his bed. So obviously she wasn't giving clear signals. You see, this is the thing about communication. It has to be clear. Look, I have had an internet thing when I was doing internet dating. I was chatting with this guy. Everything looked very handsome. He told me he was 6'4", blah blah blah, the blah. One thing. Okay, we are jelly for each other. I told him, me, I'm a shinkoro woman, but me, I like man that can carry me, babu Allah. All that, and then we arranged to meet up because he was like, "Oh, I can pay for you to come," and because I know me that I have going. And I get there, I don't like what I see. So I was like, no, let us meet in a place that is mutual. That, and I think I've told you, Ron. And I walked there. The guy is like an inch taller than me. I didn't follow him to drag. I just said, oh boy, it was nice meeting you. I didn't even tell him nothing. I didn't tell him that, oh, you're short or whatever. Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. We went to sit down somewhere. I paid for my meal that I ate. I got into the train and deleted his number. So the communication.
Wait. What you're saying is
my
Communication has to be clear.
invited you. If he has invited you and
Mhm.
he was paying for the meal and all of that, and you accepted that meal, that means that automatically you should accept the sex or whatever he
No,
offered
no,
you.
no,
Is
no,
that what
no,
you're
no, no,
saying?
no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, as soon as I knew that I had no interest, the only decent thing that I could do was to make sure that he did, because of course, as a man, I know that as he's spending money on me, he has expectations that if I'm collecting what he's spending on me, it means I'm still interested. But I wanted it to be very, very clear that I'm not. And the only way you can make it
Can I,
clear is when a guy is giving you
ask,
something.
can I ask a very, so if a guy asks you out, you've seen that
Yeah.
person on the probably how on social media, and the guy asks you to come to a place, he paid for the place. I'm not saying hotel, maybe like a restaurant, he orders
It could
food
even
and
be
all of
hotel,
that.
yeah.
And as soon as you got there, you saw the guy, you don't like the guy, you just leave that place, you won't eat the food.
No, I won't say I won't. I won't eat.
you
No,
can eat my food.
I will sit down because he's invited me. He's taking the time. He spent the money. The food is already there. But I
You
am
can
going
eat
to
the
be
food.
very clear in my conversation that while this is very nice, I really appreciate you taking out the time and everything. I would like to pay half of what you've paid because
Because
I don't
why
think
would
this
you
is
pay
going
half?
anywhere. Because this is not going anywhere, and me, I'll just feel guilt. Me, this is a
It's
personal
not
thing.
going
Oh, I will
anywhere.
What
pay.
does it matter if it's not going anywhere? Well, what does it
Sorry.
matter? I'm sorry. A man should not have expectations just because he pays for dinner. That's just not.
No,
You
I'm
should be
not
paying
saying.
Okay, can
Sorry,
I?
I just
But
can't
this,
for
I
this,
yourself.
don't know
this is
whether I'm
where
making myself clear. I am managing his expectations. I'm not saying he doesn't have a right
I
to
understand you and
expectations.
I
I
agree
am
with you.
managing his expectations so
Yes.
that when it, because I don't want to give him, already my light has turned red, but I'm not giving him mixed signals, green, yellow, orange. No, I want my signals to be clear. It is a bright red. I
Yeah,
am
but
Yes.
not
having a
interested.
dinner invitation, someone invited you to dinner, he pays for it. That is not giving him any expectations. He invited you to dinner,
Okay.
you went to
because
eat dinner. I'm
Wait,
sorry, you
wait, 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 wait. Let me
really
answer.
extrapolate from that saying, oh, because this girl accepted my dinner date, that means she's and I'm
Candy.
sorry, that's just not how it should work.
No, Candy. The
Dinner
reason,
dates have
wait,
levels.
no, 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 no,
Candy.
no. Let me answer Candy. The reason why we are saying this is because in the video, they had been exchanging nudes. They've been talking about sex. They've been talking about, getting it on and all of that stuff. So when he invited her, I'm saying, as someone with a bit of conscience, as soon as she realized that this is a no go for me, she should have extracted herself from there. Instead of staying on, enjoying his hospitality, basically teasing him sexually, and then saying, oh, well, I can decide to give my coochie, which is right. She has the right to decide who to give her coochie to. But he also has the monopoly of changing someone's mind is not only to a woman. A man can change his mind to her, say, okay, this is the expectation I had when we were exchanging nudes and talking about sex. And since you said you don't want me, I also don't want you in my house. You need to go.
Well, and
He,
that's
he hasn't
absolutely
done anything
fair,
wrong.
but that is fair if whatever if but also
That's what we're discussing.
consent is still consent. A woman has a right.
Yes.
She could turn. You
Yes.
could be sitting on top of you and decide I don't want to do anymore. And
Oh,
that's
And
do you
I
know, I hate
agree. And
hearing
I
that
agree.
nonsense.
I
I hate,
agree
I
to.
hate that nonsense because that,
Wait,
that
wait,
is
wait,
just
wait, 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 wait. No, Bookie, let's leave that. I
no, no, no,
agree.
no, no, no,
At
no, no.
any no,
You're
wait,
already
no,
on the take.
Bookie,
You're
wait. Let
already
me
on the
answer.
take.
Wait,
You
let me
you've
answer
enjoyed the dick
Candy.
you're
as much as
already
you
on
want
the
to
take.
enjoy,
Bookie,
and then
There's
you
no
Bookie,
decide
let
to
me
go
such
on
answer
thing
holiday.
already on
Candy.
the take.
That's just
Are you?
nonsense. That's
This is
just the
already
No,
on
biggest,
the
Bookie, let me answer
take
you're
Candy.
already
I've
on the
ever
take.
heard.
On the take for
Okay,
what?
one house, one house, one house.
Candy,
Okay,
I agree.
everybody take a breather. Wait, everybody.
I'm fine. It's Bookie that
Wait
wants
Hello,
to
hello,
talk.
everyone.
now.
Hello, everyone.
Everybody take a breather. Breather.
Candy, I'm
Breather.
answering you.
Breather.
Don't go.
Uh,
Candy, I agree
wait.
I agree that consent is important. And the moment a woman says, I am not interested, That is it. It has to end, whether Buki agrees or not. I have been in situations where I am being in the arms of a man and everything and all of that, and then he belches in my face. And the belch is bad. And I'm like, whoa. I immediately the whole place dry. Everything dried. And I was like, Ogbeni, nothing is happening again. And that's the end of it. You can't force me and say, because you were kissing me at first, now you must continue.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested. This is ending means this is ending. We have to understand that consent
and it goes both ways. And it goes both ways too. If a man decides all of a sudden I don't want to do it, it's absolutely
that should
it's
be their
absolutely fine. I'm not
Okay, Candy didn't watch the video. Candy didn't watch the video, so I think that's why
she didn't watch
I
it.
still
What
get
I
the
am
gist
saying,
of it. I understand what you're saying. Do I think what she did was right? Absolutely not. I don't think you should be teasing people or doing whatever. But it's still her prerogative to say no. It is still her prerogative to say no.
And the man gets his prerogative.
Like you said, it's his prerogative to kick her out too.
Exactly.
Which he did.
Okay, can I speak now? Yeah. So
yes.
what I think is very dangerous for women is this concept that, we agree with this concept that at any point in time we need to be teaching women to be safe with themselves, and understand that not everybody, like Mr. H says, is a gentleman. Not everybody is going to have self-control. We live in a world where people are very highly emotional and they don't have a lot of self-control. So if you go putting yourself in a situation with the thought in your mind that, oh, you can say no and that's the end, well, it doesn't work that way, because there's expectations on both, and you need to calculate the fact that it should enter your, if you don't want to do it, what kind of a person, do you understand? They didn't know each other very well and she's agreed to come and do this. I class him as a gentleman for doing what he did. Now, what if he was a kind of man that did not have that self-restraint? We would have had another rape case on. Yeah. So my issue is this: is to when we speak to women and we build up this thing in their mind that yes, it's your right, you can say no, you can even be on top of the dick and say no. We completely negate the other person that's involved with that woman. We think that they are let me finish, Abby, because
finish.
you can't always speak to how somebody else is going to react to what you want, especially if the two of you are involved in something. Yes. So a good man that's in control of his senses and has respect will say, right, you don't want to do. But the world that we live in today are not full of men like that. They are full of men that objectify women, that don't respect women. Do you understand? So rather we should be saying to women, please check yourself, check who you're going to, try and get to know somebody properly before you start accepting gifts or tickets to go here, there, and everywhere just so you can enjoy sex. There are a lot of dangerous people in this world, and that's what makes me angry, because you can't say you're in a hotel room. Yes, you can say no, but the fact that you can say no doesn't mean that the person with you is going to agree to that. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm going to
everything you've
to
said. Oh,
Candy, I'm just going to answer to this and then I'll let everybody else just take over. Now, the reason why consent is being taught to both men and women is so that not only women knowing that, oh, I can say no, men also know that they can say no. However, that either sex, when they're being told no, they can understand it. Why do you think that men today, when they want to meet with some women, they'll be like, please, I don't want a case where they'll now say I raped you. I want us to be in public, because of education. The education is out there that, look, don't put yourself in a compromising situation. Same thing with when somebody say, Tiba, if I beat you now, I don't want to go to jail. Why? Because it's out there that it's a crime to beat somebody because they don't agree with you. So that is why the education of consent is out there. Whether you like it or not, once a person feels uncomfortable about something, they can say no. And the more the education goes out that If a person says no, you have to honor it. It will sink in the same way
No, it won't.
domestic.
It
It
hasn't,
it
frankly.
will, because other things are sinking in.
It,
People that normally will go and be doing rofo with a woman, now
okay,
they restrain
I
themselves.
think
I have
also
an example.
we hold on, Ron,
I'm
please. Let me
done
just
with the.
respond
I'm not
quickly.
adding
I
anything
think
again.
also we are older. My eldest child is 26 years old, and I also have a 23-year-old. And I have been a listening ear in there. There's this app called Clubhouse where they congregate. They do basically what we do, but this is
Mm.
their generation. And I was horrified listening to the way, first of all, the way the young men address the women. There's no respect. There's just no level of respect. And it is a given thing amongst their generation, not ours, but certainly amongst their generation. It's a given thing. If I'm buying you this, I'm buying you that, you giving up the coochie. And the girls know this. The girls absolutely know this. So whilst, we, for our generation, we might think that, oh, it's not a done thing. I'm saying to say to you guys that
It's
it's a
always
standard. It's a standard. It's, well, in UK anyway. I can't speak for America. It's a standard amongst young men and women in UK that a girl needs to put out if the man is going to take her out or buy her things and stuff like that. And again, that thing called finessing, a lot of young women are doing it. A lot of women are doing it today, where they finesse a man. All right, meaning that the same kind of setup that we've just witnessed is what happens. They don't really want to have sex with a brother, but they will promise, they will, make all the necessary arrangement and then look to find a way to duck out. And it's dangerous for them. It's dangerous.
Okay, thank you. Because of time, I'm just trying to manage time. Then, Enuka, are you ready to say something before we
aha.
start
Hey,
reading the
look at
comments?
your day. Hey.
Ah, why Enuka, you're looking sexy in this photo.
Wait,
What's
oh,
going on?
Mr. Mary J. Where is Mr. Mary J?
Where's okay? Yeah, he was here just now. Where is he? Okay, maybe he will come back.
Okay.
Enuka, are you there?
I'm
I just
here.
need the
I'm
toilet
here.
quickly. I'm coming.
Okay.
I
Uh,
don't. Okay, you can mute your camera. Okay, yeah. Enuka,
I'm here.
give it to her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
you're looking very. No, no, Abby, don't do the comment. We'll do that
No, they've been
immediately.
complaining, so I'm just putting it up. Don't worry.
Uh, Enuka, please fire on.
yeah. So I actually have the I like what the guy did. First of all, that particular case we're talking about, I like what he did because he showed he had self-restraint and he has self-respect. No need to put yourself in a situation where they'll come and say, "Oh, had I known." But I want to say something
Easy.
about consent. We keep saying consent, consent, consent. A woman can give you her consent when you have been persistent. Like, please just go ahead and do it.
Hmm.
That's not consent. I had a
That's
conversation
coercion.
one day,
Yeah,
yes, with
absolutely.
I had a conversation with my nephew. And after that conversation, I now saw a TikTok where a woman said something about enthusiasm is what should be looked for. She spoke about how
Mm.
if you are with someone, the person should be enthusiastic to be with you. The person should be enthusiastic to want to have sex with you, or enthusiastic
Mhm.
to want to partake in what's going on. It's not just please come and do it. And if you speak to a lot of young ladies, they will actually tell you that they take that stand so that they feel that they've not been molested. Let me give an example. I'm a 40 plus woman, not slim at all. I was taking a
Mm-mm.
walk last week. Usually I walk in my home at home with one of these home videos on YouTube or something. But I wanted to step out, so I took a walk. And while I was walking, I was on the phone with my friend, obviously having a conversation with my earphones on. And this man kept greeting me, and I refused to respond to him. I am not joking. This man came so close to me, he remained making enter inside my ear. So I flipped. And I was like, why do you have to do that? You are being ignored. He said, hey, but we're not fighting. I said, but clearly we are. Because you have reacted in such a way that you want to get my attention and not for anything positive. Do I know you? Why must you greet me and why must I respond?
because I was now like that, he now tried to walk away. One woman that was walking close to me said, no walk away. Because it's not nice. Now your type will try rape him. You know?
Exactly.
I was not speaking to him. I was only taking a walk. Do you know how difficult it is to just take a walk? They will keep staring at you, make you uncomfortable. And okay, so I'm old enough to ignore it. But imagine that I'm just taking my walk, minding my business, and the person wants to enter inside my ear. So I respect this guy for what he did. In this particular situation, the girl shouldn't have gone anywhere. You don't know him well enough. You will need to have an agreement as to what is going on before you go. But I'll also say this expectation that because a girl is taking a gift, it means that she has to give something.
That's my
It's
issue.
not the right way for us to train our girls. Now, I do not agree with taking gifts that I can't afford for myself.
Exactly.
Which is why I've been told I'll be a failed runs girl if I try runs. But I will not.
No, you can't feel.
The way you said it is so bad.
But
Have you seen anybody?
I beg
Have you seen another?
Leave her alone. Let her finish what
Ah,
she's saying.
Okay.
The bottom line is that as women, we must also, I hear what Buki is saying, we must also be prepared to take care of ourselves. The situation is multifaceted because you can say, oh, he shouldn't expect that of her. Oh, she too shouldn't expect this of him. But how do young people do it now? You meet a man, you barely know him, you show up in his house. I'm not saying that I probably didn't do it when I was young. I can't remember doing it because I've always been security conscious.
No, she did not do it. Enuka did not do it.
No, I'm very security conscious, I beg. I cannot be putting myself in those situations.
I know, because me, if I'm going, I will tell everybody where I'm going. I will roll your address, your face, everything, your picture, but we go.
But you will go.
I will go, but I will tell everybody.
But while we're going, everybody will know where we're going. We meet in a public place for the first few dates because there are crazies everywhere. But really, I hear what Buki is saying. It makes a lot of sense. We're bringing up our daughters. We tell them, don't become the sort that want to keep taking. The fact that you are a female doesn't give you that, I don't know, it's almost as if they're entitled. And that is what has caused the same entitlement in men that we keep complaining about. He's only taking what he feels is correct for him to take because he has put out some cash. That's crap. That's crap. So it's both ways. Something has gone wrong in the way we are treating or we are treating our children. There's something wrong. I see what that guy did. Believe you me, I'll probably have done worse. He only cancelled her ticket. I mean,
the only thing that I didn't like was him filming her. But this is what I've said.
No. I agree with him filming her. I don't agree with him maybe sharing it, but he had to film her. No.
Sharing it is what I meant. That the whole sharing of the video.
Because imagine if that girl had gone out to start telling a different story.
Exactly.
This guy, and he's in a place where any small thing you get into problems. My ex sent me a video of some girls, 16-year-olds, having a birthday party. At first, when I saw the video, I didn't understand why he was sharing it. And I was thinking, why is this big woman dancing like this? It wasn't until he said they were 16 that the way they were dancing made sense to me. They are children. But if you see these girls, oh my goodness. And I'm a woman. Big, tall. There was one, I don't think that girl can be less than 5'9". Tall, big, if you see her whole body. And she came out braless.
Stop feeding your children fertilizer.
No, really. If you see, I was shocked. If you see this girl, in fact, when I said to him, why are you sending me this video? What's going on here? He now goes, oh, that's the party I went for, the Sweet 16 party. So it's his friend's niece. I said, who is 16? He said the girl dancing. I went back to the video. In fact, I had to open it on my laptop because I couldn't believe it. This was a big person. But of course, like he said, by the time you start to speak to her, you will know she's not that matured. So you will know there's something off. That men are just being careless or they're using it as an excuse now. They know that these girls are children.
Well, that's the thing. That's why it's important to teach Everybody, not just girls or boys. don't don't walk around with an entitlement. And you're very correct. Girls can't walk around with the entitlement of, oh, if a man gives me money or buys me something, well, he spent his money, so I can take it. Why? You don't want the guy. You don't want to have anything to do with the guy. Why are you taking his money? Why are you taking things from him? The decent thing is to say thanks, but no thanks. It's just decent. Same thing. Because you gave a girl something does not automatically mean that you are going to now get sex or get coochie or chicks or whatever it is that he mentioned. Because you spent money does not automatically translate to that. That is why I keep insisting communication is the reason why we are in so much problems that we are in today. If
Okay,
you are
sorry, we have to go
treating,
to Candy.
okay,
Candy, time.
Yeah,
Ca-
yeah, because I gotta go pick up my kids in a sec. I just wanted to respond to Bookie because she responded to me. Don't get me wrong. My saying of talking about consent doesn't mean I endorse any of this stuff. Everything you said, I absolutely agree with. 100%. But like you said, we do have to teach our girls. We do, and I'm trying my damnest, with my daughter or whatever. But on the other hand, I feel like there's so much pressure that we put on girls. The onus is always on girls. This, that, girls. Like like um like Abby said, we have to start teaching boys too. Like as someone said here, it goes both ways. There's an entitlement mentality from both sides. There really is. There's an entitlement mentality, and it's all how we're raising the children. It's like this 16-year-old. Like, why is a 16-year-old walking around braless? Why is a 16-year-old, no matter how tall it is? Kennedy's probably going to be way taller than me by the time she's 16. But there's no way in hell I'm going to throw such a sweet 16 party for her. It's also an indictment on what parents are doing these days. But I just
I
think
believe
that
Candy.
we can't always harp on the girl, the girl, the girl, the girl. And it's unfortunate that this is what happens because the men are given this entitlement that, like, for example, here in schools, they did it. There was a time they were going around that girls should not wear spaghetti straps. They shouldn't wear that. They should, but they're not teaching the guys. Do not touch a girl just because of what she's wearing. Like, it's, you always put all the onus on the girl child, the girl child, the girl child. But we don't. These boys just run buck wild. It's insane, and that's my problem.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, we
Okay.
have
I want
Ifeanyi. Yes, what are your thoughts, please?
So now, okay, just wait for Ifeanyi to finish then. I think Ifeanyi is the last person, then we can come back to
No,
Sister Buki
he's about to
another.
say something. Let's
No
Candy, thank you
one.
for your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm
Ifeanyi,
listening. I'm
go
still
ahead.
listening, though. I mean, I might not be in front screen, but I'm here.
No,
Okay.
Ifeanyi is in school though.
I'm guessing you guys are talking about the video that you put out about the guy and the girl.
Yes, yes.
Guy and the girl. I've heard what you guys have to say. You guys have said it all. But the honest truth is, I put it on the forum and I said it before. But from experience, the thing they pain.
Of
Don't
course
worry.
now.
They pain. Let's
Sorry,
not
sorry,
leave
sorry,
this
sorry.
whole well looking at the
Sorry,
yard saying,
sorry,
okay,
sorry.
the girl body that he did pain. Leave that thing.
Sorry,
Listen to the
nah,
guy well.
sorry.
Calm down. Listen to the guy well. The guy said we've been on FaceTime several times. We've been on FaceTime for 2 months. She had been there had been this vibe of when we meet. We all know sexual energy. We're adults. So all of a sudden, if I reach there and then I don't get waiting at the feel since you dey expect me to say, man, I don't react like that. This guy is angry. A pain. It's not a question of what he put out or what he did not get or what. It was just a question of, hey, they came with expectations and both of them were not met. I don't know what the girl was thinking, whether she felt somebody would spend and not get something. But it was clear for where the guy is, so he pained the guy. And I'm saying this, I told my wife too, I said from experience, this thing they pain. You never do, you don't say, waiting at the yard is not the truth. However, that being said, the reason I'll just throw a light on something. The reason why the onus is on the girl to protect what is more or less the onus was always like that to more or less protect her. She has more to lose than the guy. It's
thank
very
you.
funny, but it's the truth. That's what the onus is about. So it's not
Yes.
about let's hammer on our girls, let's not hammer on our boys. If you look at it like that, you would think the boys are being left off. But the onus is
But
you
they
have more.
are.
Hold on,
Ifeanyi, they are.
hold on now, hold on. The onus is that you have more to lose. It is not just a question of you have, the only thing you have more to do. Second thing, why I said, you said they are. I don't, when I turned 16, my auntie told me something. She looked at my wallet and said, "Where's your condom in your wallet?" I said, "Why?" And she said, "If a woman wants to sleep with you, if you like be the Pope, she will sleep with you. You don't have that, you don't have that, how do you put it? You don't have that resilience that you think as men you have. They'll break it. They don't have to, women don't even have to do too much,
But
they'll
how
break
many
it.
women go around really
Hold,
wanting to sleep with a
hold
guy?
on, hold
A
on,
lot,
hold on.
a lot,
A lot,
There are a
trust
lot.
me, a
a
lot.
lot,
Many.
A lot.
a
Abby,
It's
lot.
what are
not
you talking
Lot.
about?
it's not a
I don't
question
know
of
what. I mean, what's wrong with
Uh-uh.
you, Seth?
No,
There
Are
are
you
a
I'm
lot.
stupid?
just doing devil's advocate. Man, I not
if
chop
you
mirror. I
if
beg
you
you
pick
go.
it from anywhere, in fact, if you open Bible self, you
Are your
realize that
screens
prophecy.
frozen? My screen is frozen. Are your screens frozen?
No, we are looking
No.
at you.
No.
We
No.
can see you.
I think you should log out and log in if it's frozen.
If
Continue.
you even if you reach, even if you carry Bible self, you realize that Judah was part. Now in daughter-in-law go do like prostitute sleep with them. You don't have it. Trust me, you don't have it. So
Ah,
whenever the hampering is, the onus is mostly on the fact that you have more to lose than this guy that you're thinking about. If it's as for the guys, see, when we are raising guys, we're usually shy initially. Before we go gather courage. If men start to tell you how did they take no, okay, something is going down. Maybe you touch leg, the leg move. Oh, okay, let's try small. It's not a, but that's why the hampering is. Why? If it's going to, especially look at all the societies of what's happening now. It's simple. Once they touch you, you carry better. What happens? You see that story just goes downhill from there. So looking at sometimes the onus is not
But the
just
men still need education, Sha.
see, understand
That
that.
is that
Understand
is
that.
artificial now.
Don't get me
That's
wrong,
very
That's
but
artificial.
don't get me wrong. But that's why I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying the reason why the onus is so much, or the hamper is so much on the ladies is simple. You have more to lose. You're the one that
thank you,
needs
sir.
much more to be protected than anything else. So it's not whether if, on the other side, if you educate 7 boys, the one boy that is Randy, what are you going to do with him?
And same thing now. You educate 7 girls. The one
But
girl that is
but but at the
Joffrey.
long
What you
run,
gonna do?
it is
They're not
there.
the
So
same. They're
it's
not the
not so
same.
if you
And that's the
it,
Brooks,
problem. And
how
that's the
is it not the
problem.
But
same?
That
isn't it
they're not
sad
the
though?
You
same.
have a lot to
Good night,
lose.
I've been waiting. They are not the same.
Okay.
And this is the problem. We have gotten girls and women to think that they are the same as men. That is
It's
where the
not
We're
even
not.
problem
the
is.
same as
Can
No.
I
men.
finish? Can I finish? All right. Now, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, before the sexual liberation movement, if we're going back 50 years, there was a way women were looked at, there was a way women were treated. Now that is not to say that that's an absolute statement, but as a standard in society, our women were not naked, our women were treated a certain way, and certain things were expected. Now the sexual liberation movement came, and we now start educating women that they are the same as men, that they can sleep around the same way men can do. Well, hold on a minute. It doesn't bear the same consequences for women that it does for men. And sexual liberation, rather than it being an education of a different kind, it led women to feeling that sexual liberation means that they can parade around naked, that they can
Okay,
stand
which
naked.
school did you go to
Can
that
I
you learned
finish?
these
Can I
things?
Right, there
No,
are
finish?
I'm just
people.
That,
wondering where you
that
learned this
can
because
can I
I've never heard
finish?
of this stuff.
Can I finish, Abby, please?
If you're
Right?
giving
Because
wrong
it's
Abby, let her
information
finish.
now.
Abby, let her finish.
Abby
Okay.
now.
Let her
No,
finish.
Abby,
no, no.
where's
Continue,
Abby's came?
continue.
Where's
I
Abby's
said
came?
continue.
Where's
Ah,
Abby's came? Wait, where did I keep it again?
go ahead,
Continue,
Buki.
sorry.
Abby will be
Don't
muting
just
you.
honestly, this
continue.
is
Oh,
a
don't
this is
worry.
a
Don't
serious problem.
worry,
I
don't
have
worry.
three
Don't
I
worry.
have three daughters. I have three daughters, and the first thing I have to teach them is to value themselves. And exposing yourself for men to see is not valuing yourself. And if you want to do that, then please accept that there are consequences that come with that. Men and women are not the same. A naked man will not be looked on the same as a naked woman. The reaction will not be the same. And the thing that feminism doesn't like is to make that point clear that the consequences are different. So therefore, the onus is more on women any day of the week. The onus is more on you. You have to deal with pregnancies. You have to deal with abortions. You have to deal with a lot more stress and pain and trauma from a bad relationship or a bad situation than a man does, or casual sex. Let's just be honest about this. I'm not saying that women can't sleep around. If that's what you want to do, fine, but don't feel that you can have your cake and eat it. It doesn't work that way.
Bookie, I'm just asking a question because to me, you put out several things that are erroneous. Where did you
No, they're not
learn?
erroneous.
Wait,
They're
wait,
not
wait. There are
erroneous.
no.
You
Let
just
me.
don't agree.
I
No,
allowed
you
you to
don't agree
finish.
with them.
They
You don't
are.
agree with them. Does
That
not
is
make
why I
you
was
erroneous.
asking you. I said, which school did you go to that they said that men and women are the same? Because I have never heard where we're being
She
told,
didn't say
oh,
anything
because of
about
sex.
a school, Abby.
Eh?
She said that they think. She didn't say the school taught them. She
No,
said
because I
they
was trying. That's
think.
what I was trying to
Who's they?
understand. That
Feminist.
who's the
I
they that are
definitely don't think I'm
thinking?
the same as a man. That's not
No,
what feminism
I
is
don't know where
about.
that came from. Is if even
Yeah,
feminism
but that's
doesn't
my
tell
point.
you.
That's my point, Candy, is that what feminism started out to, excuse me, Abby, don't do that. What feminism started out to be as was a good thing for women. What I'm saying is that what it has been taken to is not good for women. Yes, it was originally about the progress of women in work, but feminism of nowadays says, well, we can walk around naked and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah,
But
we
that
can
is
sleep,
not
Abby, we
feminism.
can sleep around as much as we want to. Don't judge us. There's nothing wrong with it. Men do it, we can do it. That's the element of it that I think has caused a lot of damage to women. All right,
Bookie,
to the
that's
point.
not
Okay.
feminism
So,
at all.
Oh my gosh.
But it's
wait,
not
wait.
feminism.
You are all welcome to another segment of Ron Explains.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, in keeping with the time, so it's time for Ron to explain certain things before this cat
Okay,
fight.
please,
You
Ron, before you explain, have I not?
didn't
Wait
listen.
now,
Oh
wait.
God.
I just want to ask you something, Ron. I want to ask you a question. Have I not told you on many occasions that the so-called movement that they call feminism today is not feminism? Have I not told you
That's my
this?
point. That's my point. It's gone way
And that's what she
sideways.
just said.
That's my point.
That's what she just said
That's my
now.
point.
But she's calling it feminism. It's got nothing to do with feminism.
You are all welcome to another segment of Ron Explains.
It started
Okay,
out,
so
it was the stepping stone for what we have today. It was the stepping stone.
Sister Buki, normally when this thing plays, nobody talks. It's a rule in the house. We agree to it. So, so let me address the issues according to what has been noted. Now, in fairness to everybody, everybody has contrary to, unlike other episodes, today has been very wonderful. I've loved what everybody has said, except that habit. That habit made me very angry today. Happy Fash made me angry today. I'll deal
Mr.
with that.
H, Unko.
Hey, Mr. H, if you see me, just run. Just run. If you see me anywhere, you see me, just run. Mr. H, okay.
I'm here.
Just,
I'm listening. You
so,
have to be disciplined now.
okay, so let me start
I
from
mean, have to
let
be
me start from
disciplined.
beginning.
If I was that guy, I'll buy her a
Wait,
ticket to go back. It
wait,
doesn't cost you
wait, wait,
anything.
You,
You're a
wait,
you know,
show
you
girl.
wait,
are
You're
Da
wait,
a
Costa.
gentleman.
You're
Hey,
Mr. Da
you.
wait.
Costa.
If I were the person, I would buy her ticket to go back.
You are all welcome to another segment of Ron Explains.
And what
This is
lesson would he
becoming
have
lame
learned?
now.
Consequences are
This
necessary.
this
Mr.
is
H,
becoming lame now.
Mr.
Okay,
H,
so now let me start from my first point. It was the one directed at Candy. Candy said a lot of things about how she's going to. I'm just like Candy, and truth be told, if I were to go and embrace feminism, I will embrace Candy's feminism because I'm loving everything about this Candy's feminism. Because apart from being a virtuous wife and an exemplary example who uplifts her husband and her family to ensure that her family wins awards even in the legal system and the daughter is going to dress properly and everything Candy says, I believe, because she has shown us signs that she is going to do it and she can do it. So I believe Candy 100%. Candy for president. Now we move to Enuka. I'm not happy that somebody was stalking Enuka when she was working in the evening. But then again, let's face reality. We are seeing this beautiful goddess called Enuka in our
Leave
whole
her
awesomeness.
alone.
Like, if Enuka
Now,
walk past
wow.
this internet will shut down. That's to tell you how hot Enuka is. So, but I blame the guy for being a perfect. At the same time, I understand where it's coming from. So let's not too much. Then for Buki and if I are right, the consequence, the reason why we have to drum it into women more than girls, more than boys is the consequence. Everybody here knows I only have two daughters. I try as much as possible. I don't have any son anywhere. I try as much as possible to ensure that I keep my daughters safe. And part of keeping my daughters safe is like I'll wait till that time come and teach them how to accept gifts and how not to accept gifts. If I'm going to be my daughter's first or boyfriends, because I will teach them the psyche of men. That's what fathers are there for. I teach you, I tell you that this is how we reason, this is our mindset, this is what they think, this is the signal, the nuances, and everything. I try and inculcate it to them so that when they grow up, they become very wary and careful and know how to strike and when to withdraw. Because it's one thing for us to say that we are going to be teaching men don't touch, men don't look, men. Technically, what you are doing is you are going against biology and physiology. It's like you are doing you are doing an artificial work. Nature will always take its course. Nature, and I'm not saying this as a proud thing. Men's brain, when it comes, see, men, if you look inside the mechanism of a man's brain, you see how simple it is. The wiring in a man's brain is the circuit board inside a man's brain is very simple, especially when it has to do with the opposite gender. Then see, all they need to do is just see something working, and they already everything is the bulbs will start lighting up. It's not as intricate as women's own, so we need to be careful. Protection first for women. I'm all for protection for women, and part of protection is a very dear friend of mine lost his sister in 2011. Why did she lose his sister? She traveled from where she was in school to Lagos to go and meet the guy, and they murdered her in a hotel room. They
Hey
looked for
God.
this girl for days. For days, they couldn't find this girl. Days they couldn't find her before it
I
came
remember
out,
the
and it
story.
was all over. Sorry,
I remember the
sorry.
story.
The family is very dear to me. Anytime I remember it, I cringe because I remember how everybody felt about it. You see, it's very important as a woman. If you are going out, whether it's for stupid waka or for sensible waka, please let important people know where you are going to. You are not a man. Stop moving like men. Even men sef, it's even dangerous for men these days to go and see certain girls because you could be set up too. So it's not just women, it's also men too. Everybody should be security conscious. Don't just move anyhow because somebody offered you something that you like, and I agree. Maybe the girl got to the man's house and he saw the man. This man was not the guy she was chatting with. The guy is dirty. The guy is oozing, or he's skinny. I don't know. Whatever it is, she has a right not to like the guy. But from that point where she stopped liking the guy, the demand should end immediately, so that everybody is clear as to the next course of action. The demand should end. And again, this also goes for gifts. As if a guy is giving you gifts, and you say because you're a Lagos girl, because I learned this is what I saw in Lagos. I'm a Lagos girl, collect as much as you can collect. It's smart, but it's dangerous. It's smart because not everybody's brain, just like Ifeanyi and Buki said, not everybody's brain is wired straight. We don't want a situation where we'll be in court. We'll be sitting in the courtroom debating what you should have done when you were alive after you are dead. We are here to keep you alive. And part of keeping you alive is to be security conscious. Don't say I can do what men can do and go and sleep with one idiot that nobody knows who he is, where he's coming from, and what he did before you got there. Whether it's even a ritualist, nobody knows. You just go sleep with person. Let's say you just find one big wahala for nothing. Please, my sisters, I implore you. I know we are debating here, but I'm saying this passionate, impassionate plea. Please, Everybody should be. You are not too old to listen to this advice. You are not too young to listen either. Please, any man you are going to see, whether it's a lunatic or pastor or imam or the
Anybody,
holiest,
man, woman.
anybody. We've seen that pastors are not okay in the head. You've seen it now that some pastors are not sane. Please, it doesn't matter who the person is, as long as he bears the title man. Tell people, tell them, I'm going to see this person and see where I'm going to. And have backup plan. If you don't have cash, make sure you have something in the ATM or something in an e-wallet. Just have a plan in case you get stranded. This man could have dropped that girl on the highway. You know that. As angry as he was, he could have dropped that girl in the highway, and nobody will hold him responsible for it. So in saying that, I hope. Sorry, I'm being too serious because as I'm
It's a
protecting all
serious
of you,
matter.
as I'm protecting all of you women here, I'm also protecting my own daughter, my wife, everybody. So I
But
think
I
the
just
message
want to point out, Ron, women don't go and sleep with men because, oh, I feel like I'm a man. It's look, sex not sex.
Abby, you're wrong on that.
No,
Women sleep
I'm
around just like
never going to
men.
go and
Thank
sleep with
you.
a man because I feel like I'm the same as a man.
It's
I've
the
only had
confidence.
sex with men because I wanted to have sex.
It's
Abby,
a
It's not
different
Abby,
because
world
I feel
now,
like I'm
Abby.
a man.
you know what your statement tells me? Your statement tells me that you, Abby, has common sense, right? It's good. A lot of women don't have common sense. So let's leave it at that.
Sure.
You, for saying what you said, it shows that you have common sense. Trust me, a lot of women don't have common sense.
We
So
have
they
to
And
go
let's
and sleep
not,
expose
with
them.
men because they feel that they are men too.
yes, a lot of women do it.
A lot.
Okay.
we have to be
So
we have to be holistic about this subject. Let's not pander to one section and say,
no,
this other
because me, I've
section.
never heard of
Nobody
it
is safe.
before. No, I've
Ah,
only the
Uh,
only reason why I'm shocked is because
uh,
I've never heard of a woman going to go and
thank,
sleep with a man because I feel like I'm a man.
okay. Thank God that now you
Yeah,
know.
I think.
So,
Sorry, if I may say something.
mm.
Abby, I think you're taking Buki's statement out of context.
thank you.
Now, I believe what Buki was trying to say was that as women, we should know that we are not the same as men when it comes to being able to take care of ourselves, our safety. So imagine
Oh,
if a
okay.
man,
Because you just
if a
said
man
because they
slaps
think
me,
that they are men, so I was confused.
no, it's not like that.
Okay.
Look, it is different. We can't take the same liberties that men take. So let me give you an example. In spite of being a 40 plus woman,
Mm.
my friend always knows where I am. If I leave her house,
Let me
as I'm getting into the cab, she will say, let me know when you get home. How many men tell their friends when they get home? For women,
no.
wherever they're going from point A to point B, they always say, hey babe, I'm back home. Oh. Because we always need to be safe.
Sometimes even
Let me give
Ron
you an
says
example,
that is in
random
South
example. I
Africa.
was
I
a
will
friend
call
of
him and
mine.
tell him I'm going somewhere.
Yes,
Me
I have
again.
a friend. He's in the military.
I've always done it.
Yes.
Anywhere I'm going, I
It's very
always tell
important.
somebody.
Yes, it's very,
Happy
very
fast, I
important. But
hope you
men
do
don't
it.
feel the need.
Wait. Sorry, Enuka. Happy fast, I hope you too you do it. They are going out to tell people.
I don't have to.
Oh, wait, after the show, just remind me, I need to deal with Happy fast. Continue, Enuka. Because you are now, just wait, continue. After the show, just continue. We'll
I
deal with
have a
Happy
friend
fast.
that's been my friend since my undergrad years. Um, in December, I was with him and his wife. When I wanted to leave him, he looked at me and he felt he didn't want me to go home at that time. He felt it was too late. He got soldiers, sorry, he's in the army, to drive me home and then take a taxi from my house back because he preferred that they dropped me in the house. People saw me enter my house, that they are men, they'll take care of themselves. It's not because he feels I can't take care of myself. He's my brother. So he felt he had to make sure that I got to my house safe since he wasn't taking me home. It's different from women. So what Buki is essentially trying to say is that we can't think we are the same thing. If man dash me slap, I go follow.
Yep.
I
No,
will
okay.
wound
Now
him
that
back, oh,
you've
but
broken it down,
our
because me,
energies
I
are not
was
the same. Our strength is
confused.
not the same.
Enuka, now that you've
And
broken it, because me, I was
opening
confused the
yash
way
is
he
not
was
the same
saying it.
either.
Okay.
But
Opening yash is not the same.
I was confused that they feel because again, now that you've mentioned it, I actually know
It's
that
not
when I
the
was
same, oh.
growing up. Wait, when I was growing up, my dad made it a principle for everybody in the house, my mother included, he himself included. If you are going from Dokpemu to Ikeja and you plan to branch in Iyanokpaja, you tell my dad, I'm going to Ikeja, but I'm going to first of all branch Iyanokpaja. You must
Yes.
mention everywhere you are going. This
Yes.
was before
Yes.
mobile phones, so you had to
Yes.
mention everywhere. So
Yes.
that is how I'm used to describe. So I was
Yes.
like, if I want to go and sleep with somebody, now because the thing catch me, instead if he catch him, we chop ourselves, and we have a great time, and I don't just go with some random stranger or whatever is or usually someone that I have a kind of rapport with, someone that I'm in a relationship with or something. So that was
Uh,
like, why would someone be having sex because they think, oh, I'm the same as men? I can. So that's how I was confused. But you've
okay.
clarified.
But
Honorable Nancy, wait,
you,
sorry. We've lost time, so somebody has to read out all the comments now.
Okay,
That's
let
to
me
be
quickly read
done.
them out. Let me read them
Wait,
out
Abby,
quickly.
don't select what you're reading. Or you did that last week, and some people didn't like it. Read everything.
No, I'm reading everything. I didn't select anything.
Okay. Start from
Okay, you
beginning.
you know what? Yeah, start ahead. I like it. That's Cheryl Torres. And
Okay.
then Mr. Ron, your lips are nice too now. That's Cheryl Torres again. And then she said, don't be jealous of
are you licking
Abby.
your lips?
He was be jealous of my sexy lips. Then Felix Peters laughed. Then Felix Peters said, maybe not tourism. She thinks she won't come do, as in, okay, she came to do tourism in the man's house. Then he laughed
Yeah.
again. Then Felix said, as street guy self, na middle of road is supposed drop him. How he go ride am go airport? She still the stress person. Where I go drop for middle of road. So basically, would have dumped the girl in the middle of the road. And Amen Hotep said, well, the guy is low class. He offered the lady hospitality. However, this kind of men think women are sex objects. Guy, she
Shame on you.
paraded herself as that.
Shame on you,
Represented.
amen.
Thank
Shai
you.
Torres said
I agree
that
with
was
you on that
interesting, but
one.
also disgusting. Both were wrong. Exactly, I thought too. Felix
Coco,
Peter said, Hotep hospitality
can you
started
hear me?
laughing.
Can you hear me?
What?
Yeah, just hold on. Continue.
Sorry,
That
sorry, guys. Sorry.
Hotep said the man was highly expectant, and yes, disappointments are part of life. Then Cheryl Terry said she and Akushi should have stayed home. My Hotep said, who knows, maybe the guy looks like Zinjatoporos. So he turned that off. Only God knows what that means. My Hotep, they were doing live video. She knows what he looks like. Felix Peter says, change your mind in the plane. Don't come and change your mind in my house. Abby, I beg to differ. We are only hearing the story from one bitter end. However, the way he acted is very inhuman. To some extent, the lady acted like a gold digger. Okay, I don't know what you're begging to differ because I agree with you. Hope you know. Say it happened for Nigeria, you go pay back the flight ticket first before dropping you off at the middle of the road. It happens well even within Nigeria here. That's Felix Peters. Then Emma Hotep said maybe she was willing to offer him the chance, but his approach messed up his opportunity. He over sharpened his appetite. Then Felix Peters said, when you portray yourself as an object of sex, then how do we describe you? A sexy object. That's how. Felix Peters said, period care. Then that is to Mr. H. Say, Mr. H, suppose you insert your card in the ATM incorrectly. What are the results? Either it will be rejected or swallowed. His approach was very, very unromantic. Then Sherry Torres said, why does he always have to come back to America? It's everywhere. So that's to Bookie. Then Jennifer A said, prostitution is not a low-key thing in America. How do you know this? Where did you get the information, please? Okay, that's to Bookie also. Sis B, clap, clap, clap. That's Felix Peters. Then Django Fett said, bars, fire. I don't know who that is too.
No, me. It was me.
Duale said, at this point, I will settle in Jigawa State and off social media. The world is going down the toilet. How did we end here? Felix Peter says, as a lady, no, they tried that kind thing for Nigeria. Oh, no joy. Oh. Okay. Jennifer A said, do we know the whole a background story. How long have they been known to each other? Do we know exactly the type of relationship in the past? Nudies, that's the kind of relationship. Nudie. Then Imehotep said, Mr. Ron, when an exchange of either goods or gifts for a service sexually equates to prostitution. Okay. So every girl that has received goods or service from a man, you're all prostitutes. That's what he's saying. Then Imehotep said, like Buki says, it's low class prostitution. So basically, every person that's received a gift from the opposite sex is a hoe.
I just want to know what high class prostitution is, if that's low class.
I thought that, because that's the one
Let's
I'm aiming
continue.
for. That's the one I'm aiming for.
We might get there.
Sharon
Just continue.
said, why can you not let the comments scroll across instead of the topic? We would like our comments recognized as well. They are being recognized now. Felix Peters said, after collecting my flight ticket money back, I would drop you in the middle of the road where you won't even get transport. Then Hotep said, Felix, drop her middle of the road. Okay. Sheratori said, it seems she came with a coochie only and no money. Coochie. And then Felix Peter said, waiting. What you don't eat, don't bring it closer to your nose. Exactly. When that guy burped in my face, I knew I was not gonna eat that. Cheryl Torres was like, a woman should always be prepared in case it goes left. Don't depend on the man to pay your way out. Exactly. My father taught me vex money. Jennifer A also said he shouldn't have shared it on social media. I agree, but rather save it to himself in case of some kind of legal issue. He just did it to shame her. I agree. That's why I said they're both wrong. These days, likes are more important than people's feelings. That's Cheryl Torres. Felix Peter says, for Nigeria like this, how many guys are asking ladies out? Once things are done for you, the message is clear. That's the current trend. Felix Peters, go and change your approach. Hotep said, Abby, whose image is damaged amongst boys and girls? If the girl is raped, does the boy get emotionally broken? Reality is women are more vulnerable. If the man is an animal and he has no conscience. Felix Peters, Sister Buki, don't touch the business with this statement. So I think that's caution. Okay, then in my hotel said caution is the name of the move in life. Is that it?
I think we.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I
sure.
think we've
Round
done
up.
it. Oh, it says more comments. Okay. So that's it all there. I think we should still talk about this again. What do you guys think?
I absolutely agree. But can I just say one thing, kind of as a closing thought?
Okay.
If you don't mind. And when we're talking about onus, I do agree with everything everybody has said that the onus is a woman has absolutely more to lose. I agree with that, and it's the reality. But isn't it sad that that is the reality? We keep harping on the woman has everything to lose because men, we just naturally accept that men can be animals, and we're not doing anything about it. Like it's very sad because if we can teach men to be better, then women wouldn't have to be worried about these things. That's just my thought. So I think something has got to give, I feel like. And yes, at this point in time, we've now gotten to a point where women cannot not protect themselves and have to make better choices and better decisions. But it's really sad that it's because men are essentially animals, pardon me, and and women have to take these precautions. So that's just what I want.
Yeah, that's a very good note to end up on because I agree. So thank you everyone who's tuned in. We truly agree. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us, and all the comments. Love every single one of them. Even the ones abusing me, I still love them. And I think we're going to discuss this again next week because I don't think we've said everything that we need to say. We still need to talk more about this.
And again, the
So
new was
a
not here.
And a massive shout out to Abifash, to Mr. H, to Candy, to Buki, to Ifeanyi, to Mereje. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened. He couldn't join us. And to, of course, DJ Wiki Wiki himself. And to every single person who has put a comment. Once a massive thank you to all of you too. And to the people who are watching silently and just watching and going, hey, look at these crazy people.
Click like,
Love it
subscribe.
too. But please
If you
like,
click to
subscribe, and share. Share. Let people know. Let our algorithm rise. Let's have more subscribers, because this show is not just for us, it's also for you. So till we do this again, same time, take care and God bless. Now everybody don't go away.